come on stage right now, you guys. I'm so excited for our featured performer today. She's all the way from Indiana, and they have this amazing place that's featured on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives called the Tamale Hut in Indiana. I don't know if you've ever been, but it is so fucking good. Come back to tamales. And I highly recommend that you take a drive. I think it's west, like if you head west of Indianapolis towards Danville, Illinois. Anyway, she is the co-creator and co-host of a show called The Gaze of Our Lives. She's in Los Angeles filming a TV show, you guys. Please start talking up to Lisa Sears!
It's funny, isn't it? Yeah, I agree. It's true, though. You want to see the back? Right? It's good. You go to karaoke song. My go-to is none, because fuck that. I do not sing karaoke. I dated a girl when I was 18 that owned a karaoke company. I'm not kidding. This is not a joke, dude. This is not a joke. Yeah, we ran karaoke in bars in Indianapolis, Indiana at 18 years old. This is the reason I got kicked out of college. I didn't go because I was always in bars late at night at 18 years old. So fuck karaoke. First time I what? Oh, okay. So there's, I have 3 first times. The very first time when I was young, I don't remember it. It was just, whatever, it was for fun. And it was a long fucking time ago. Second time was when I was going through my breast cancer, and I was 3 nights with no sleep. None. And they had me on 4 different sleeping pills, and I'm like, did anybody see that Insomnia movie with Robin Williams where he kind of went nuts inside his head because he couldn't sleep? Yeah, I was getting that way. And I'm already crazy enough. So I was like, this cannot go on for much longer. So I called my buddy and I said, dude, can I get some weed? He goes, how much? And I said, a joint, you have to roll it. Because I don't know how. And so that was my second time. But the best time ever was I had multiple sclerosis. And we were up in Toronto and during Gay Pride Month. And unfortunately, and I'm going to admit this, with MS, unfortunately, bladder control is not good. So I pissed myself in the middle of the hotel in front of everybody and went up and got a shower. My buddy goes, you want a drink? And I said, sure. I don't drink alcohol. So I didn't care if it was Jim, Jack, or Mary. He put some Mary in there. I forgot my cane. We went walking and I was like, what the fuck is this and how do I get it? I was brainwashed. Midwest brainwashing is real, y'all. Very fucking real. I thought this shit was bad. My friends call me a hypocrite, and I am. I absolutely am. I am an activist for it now and go out because I couldn't even walk 3 years ago. I mean, there was, yeah. So, I have 3 first times. Different ways to partake. Oh, first time you got drunk. Ooh, God. Mom was out of town and my sister was babysitting me and I was like in middle school. And I was supposed to spend the night at the skating rink, the lock-in, and I got my dad convinced that I was able to go home. Mom said it was okay. And because my sister was having a party and she was 8 years older, so I knew what they were doing. So I go home and I get to playing shots with the boys. I'm sitting quarters at them, you know. Quarter. Do you guys still do that yet? Well, you guys are old. Did you guys know what quarters are? You laughing. I know you guys know. But do you guys know what quarters is? Right? You have a shot glass like this, and you have a quarter, and you have to bounce it off the table into the shot glass. And if you get it, they gotta shoot it. And I was kicking these guys' ass, but I had to shoot some too. And I was like 5 years old. My sister comes into the bedroom, and I'm sitting on the bed just, what? She's crying. She's like, "Don't tell Mom." And I was like, "Fuck you." But anyways, we're not close. No. Is. I'm kidding. It's ISIS. Pixar. The movies that act like they're kids' movies with all the adult humor hidden in it. Right? Right? I mean, they get away with shit in the clouds that look like penises. Yet, we can't say fuck on TV, hardly, daytime TV, but they can put penises in children's movies? Okay, that's it. I don't have kids, I don't like kids. Dogs. Gunplay over foreplay. Yes. Oh, I mean, no, opposite. Foreplay over gunplay. Florida. So I'm here. I have a shoot on Friday. Little sitcom, maybe you guys have heard of it. Baskets. Yeah, just a little part, but still a part. Anyway, so I didn't plan this trip. I have a trip to Florida planned actually 2 days after I get back from here. So that's my story for Florida, because I'm going there right after I get back from here. So Indiana can eat my dick because I've not seen it but for 2 days this period of time. But going down there for a friend's wedding, we've all been friends since we were 5 years old. There's a group of us. Their kids are all my godkids. And I mean, we go out to lunch or to dinner once a month, every month. The husbands and us single girls, or we're all going, we rented an Airbnb down there in Clearwater, Florida for a girl that we graduated with's wedding. Most people don't have friends that they've been friends with since they were 5 years old. And I have a whole group of them and we're all going. I mean, there are benefits to growing up in a small town USA, graduating with kids. And that's my story, I'm sticking to it. What is making me mad on Facebook right now? The amount of views our show's getting, it's not enough. Follow us on Facebook. We premiere every Tuesday night at 8, and you can watch it live. Oh, Easter pie, I did not get any. Oh, The Gays of Our Lives. You said it, I'm sorry. She said it, The Gays of Our Lives. It's pretty easy to remember. Easter pie, I did not get any. I haven't gotten any in like 5 years since I kicked Twat Waffle out. Oh, not that kind of pie. So, yeah. Make an argument for your favorite chocolate bar. Well, it doesn't have nuts. Come on, that was good. I like it dark. Just my chocolate bar. And I don't care, I'm already fat. Okay, that's all I got. I've never done one of these, you guys, so I apologize. Have you ever been caught stealing? Yes! Yes, I have. It was 4th of July, and I was about 22 years old, me and my best friend at the time. We went into our favorite little gay bar, and it was during the day we were getting ready for the fireworks downtown. And the front end was like a jazz bar, and you could sit and chill and play pool. The back was the dance club. And we went, and the bathrooms were right in between the two. And we noticed that nobody was in the back bar. And my buddy goes, "Let's go grab a beer." And I'm like, "Okay." So we go over there, she goes, "Here, grab it." And I was like, "Okay." Never stealing anything in my life. I'm just carrying it out like an asshole. And they're like, "You guys, did you pay for those? Because we're not open." And I was like, "Oh, she gave it to me. I didn't know." Yeah, I'm not good at that, and I'm not good at lying either. So, I don't want to get... Favorite toy as a kid? My vibrator. It was a Mr. Potato Head. And it vibrated. Oh, I wasn't that young, but still. Okay, let's see. Last time I was carded, God, I'm turning 45 next month, so it's been a while. Yeah. I haven't been carded in a long time. When they do, I think they just want a tip. But yeah. So turning 45, I've got to tell you something though. I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned, my arms are magical because they keep waving after I'm done. I'm not the only lady, come on. And I'm from Indianapolis, and maybe some of you have heard of the Slippery Noodle. It's one of the #1 jazz bars in the U.S. It's been there for the oldest jazz bar in the U.S. Anyways, I usually perform at a club just down the street, and I'm waiting on my buddy who owns it to call me if they ever need a trombone player, because I'm getting really good at that motion from reading my text. Right? But I've realized one really weird thing about me. And this is just one thing that's kind of embarrassing. I'm into S&M. Yeah. But not the weird kind, geek. No ball game. It's just the kind that, where it's pain, but it feels good, like a tattoo. And it's with one woman. And it has to be in her room because I ain't got to feel comfortable. But she was hurting me the other day before I got on the plane, because I needed to work before I got on the plane. And it was hurting, so I started yelling, "Pineapple, pineapple, pineapple." She's like, "Why are you yelling pineapple?" And I'm like, "Is that not our safe word?" She said, "No, I'm your chiropractor." I'm Lisa Sears. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and everything else. The gays of our lives. Gays of our lives, my God.
Lisa Sears, you guys! Yeah! Just so you know, when you look for her on Facebook or any of the social medias, it's Lissa Sears. Just so you know. All right.